Yes, people, hello everyone, and welcome to the Talk Influencers. Of course, this is where we explore the mindset of amazing achievers. We share their secret to success and how the decisions they've made over the years are shaped, transformed who they are today. They are also committed to provide you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to unlock your potentials and to influence the world. Wherever you're watching me around the world, my name is Simon Odewale, and today we are so delighted to have with us the amazing TOBA Best on the show. This happens to be our 108th episode on the show. Now, I'm so excited to have this our guest on the show. Now, for those who don't know who he is, of course, TOBA Best is a speaker, of course, an author, and is also the founder of Standout Professional. So much to learn from him today. It's going to be a moment of change and transformation. I can assure you that right here on the show. So don't go anywhere. Let us invite our guest, and so that we can start this wonderful section with our guest right away. So we are sending him a request now on the show. All right, I believe he's going to join us now. Just sent him a request to join us. All right, I believe he's trying to join us now. All right, if you're just tuning in while we wait for our guest to join us, if you're just tuning in, this is the Talk Influencer. If you're not following our page, please go follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and of course on Twitter, so that you can get our updates of all our guests that we have had right here on the show. Today, we are going to be having TOBA Best on the show, and I believe that he's trying to connect with us and is going to be with us right away. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This is the Talk Influencers. This is where we explore the mindset of amazing achievers. We share their secret to success and how the decisions they've made over the years have changed, transformed who they are today. We're also committed to provide you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to unlock your potentials and to influence the world. Now, we are inviting our guest to join us on this. Awesome. Our guest is here. Amazing.
Wow.
Okay, he's going to join us now. Kind of a little bit of network issues. He's going to join us now. All right, thank you everyone for always tuning in. This is the Talk Influencers, of course. This happens to be our 108th episode on the show today, and we are having the amazing TOBA Best today on the show. All right, his network is kind of shady now. I believe he's going to adjust a step as we continue. And if you're tuning in, please go follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course, we're also on YouTube. Of course, we are also on different social platforms, so you can get all the things that we have done today on this show. So if you're just tuning in, this is the Talk Influencers. This is where we explore the mindset of amazing achievers. We share their secret to success and how the decisions they've made over the years are shaped, transformed who they are today. We're also committed to provide you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to unlock your potentials and to influence the world. All right, TOBA Best is here. All right, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Nice to have you here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Thank
awesome. I can hear you also. I can hear you loud and clear. It's so good to have you today on the show. I want to say thank you so much for the things that you do. And of course, you're wondering why we chose you to be our guest
Thank
today on the show.
Thank you, Simeon. I think that was one of the first things that I promised my fans, that I'm going to ask you the very first question. How do you make choice?
All right, thank you so much.
I was going through your profile, the amazing things you have been doing using the Talk Influencers, and using the Talk Influencer show. And I've seen a lot of great people, fantastic people that I even look forward to see them one day. And my first question was that, how did you make this choice? So I promised to I promised my audience that they will definitely hear from you how you made it. Do you want to tell us?
Of course. Thank you so much. So our Talk Influencers is basically about influence. It's about influence. When I say influence, it's about influence in your own space. Now, irrespective of the space that we have, irrespective of the social capital or the level that you have, our home goal is to make an influence. So when we see someone making an influence, it might be very little space. That little space that we have is something that we want to work for us, that we believe that is making a difference. So we checked your profile, we checked a lot of things about you, of different of the social media, and we did our research about you and how, and we see that yes and yes, TOBA Best is actually our 108th
Thank you.
guest on the show.
What a great privilege. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you so much to your team. Thank you for the great things that you are doing. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, everyone. This is TOBA Best, of course, on the show. If you are just tuning in, this is the Talk Influencers. This is where we explore the mindset of amazing achievers, share their secret to success, and how the decisions they've made over the years are shaped, transformed who they are today. We're also committed to provide you all with the tools and the knowledge that you need to unlock your potentials and to influence the world. Wherever you're watching me around the world, my name is Simon Adewale, and today we have the amazing guest on the show, that's TOBA Best. And for those who don't know who he is, of course, he's a speaker, he's an author, of course, he's also the founder of Stand Out Professionals. Of course, his new book, The Key, is something everyone needs to get. We're looking at what the book is about. Of course, absolutely. Everyone needs to get that book. If you really want to transform your CV, you want to transform your CV yourself, and of course, not only Nigeria, not only locally, of course, internationally. I tell you today on the Talk Influencers that The Key is the right book for you. Thank you so much, TOBA Best, for that book. Thank you so much for the remarkable things that you do. And of course, we are going to be starting right now. So TOBA Best, we're going to ask you this. Growing up for you, what is the number one decision that you made early in life that have made a tremendous impact to who you are today? One decision you made early in life that made tremendous impact to who you are today.
Wow. Okay. Growing up for me, you took me in a different angle, and that has to dig deep to my early age. I think one of the very first decisions that I made in my life was to know that I'm not ordinary. I have something in my life that people are looking for. I know I'm not just normal child. I remember during when we were growing up, when people will have to go and play ball, dance around, do a lot of things, I would lock myself up somewhere. There are times that I will have to go inside the bush and start asking, who am I? Why am I on earth? Why was I created? So I think the very first thing that I know, that the first decision that I made was that I'm not going to be ordinary. I'm not going to be just ordinary person. I'm not going to be, there is something that God has created in my life. There's something that I have. There's something that I carry, that I feel, and I still believe. Even before now, that you can even see all this thing that you're saying, that I believe because now this your question, just dig it deep, But in fact, that was the very first decision as I was growing up. Now that I'm not going to be ordinary, that I have something remarkably that God has placed in my life. I have something fantastic that God has put in my life that must showcase who God is in my life. And I think what the very first thing that was the very first journey towards that was my quest for hearing God. I don't know what this Talk Influencer is all about in a way, and there are so many professional bodies that they don't want people to always talk about God, maybe, so I don't know if yours is part of it. Pardon me. Thank God.
No, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. It's allowed.
Without any apology.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. So without any apology, the very first thing that I learned in my life was to hear God. Because a lot of noises everywhere. A lot of people telling me who they want me to be. A lot of people telling me what I cannot become. A lot of people telling me limiting the belief, limiting mindset, creating woes in my life. Rejections everywhere. Rejections in my life. So I just feel that there must be a reason why God brought me to this earth. And from talking about rejections, a lot. Don't let me start crying. But thank God for my life. As the very first decision was to know that there was something great in my life. And I was searching to know. Till today, I'm still getting some of those things. I'm still I'm still getting to understand the the package that is called TOBA Best, the package that God has brought to bless our people, to bless the community with. You know, it keep on unraveled every day. It keep on coming up every day. You know, so that was the first thing. Number one, to know that there was something great about me. Number two, of course, I know I was not created by man. I know there must be something element of the spiritual that has to do with me. So I went forth to look for God, to ask God. I remember when I was 5 years old, they mentioned something in Yoruba. For pardon, I will interpret. For those people that don't understand Yoruba, they say ewe kan oke njabo koba oke mamosi, meaning there is no leaf that will drop without God being aware. So I remember as I was small, seriously, just dig something deeper. So I went to the bush deeper. I went and so I went inside in the village then, and I was asking God, tell me. Maybe they say you speak to people. Talk to me if you actually speak to people. Which leaf will fall? Which one will fall next? And I will hear a small voice. Turn back, a leaf will fall. I turn back, the same thing. Turn left, a leaf will fall. I'll turn back, the same thing. And that was a remarkable thing about my life. So growing up, that was it. But into my career now, into my life now, there are a lot of decisions I've made which I would love to share. But I think your question was growing up. So this is where the two was. Number one, to know there's something special about me. And number two, that there is God somewhere that can speak to man. And I ensure that I had him spoke to me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, for explaining that very, very well. Thank you so much. All right, speaking of our career, can you share with us, TOBA Best, and one of the skills that has helped you thus far to the level of career that you have now? One of the skills that you have always used that has helped you thus far to be who you are today?
Okay, so a lot of skills, a lot of things, but they have to be. Most of them are intrinsic, because bros, a lot of things are happened. Number one, I went to Polytechnic, not because I couldn't, not because I couldn't pass JAM. I've never sat down for JAM before, and not because I knew better, but just because of influence. A man, a lecturer, or a teacher then told me that I can never make it. I can never pass JAM, that I should not bother to write JAM. So I believed in him. I love him so much then. I believe in him so much. I didn't even bother to write it because he said I can pass. That is not my type that I'm looking for university. That should just ensure that I just go to the place that I went to. And, well, of course, I've gotten university degree after that, but I'm just telling you in the early life. So that also has to shape my mind somehow. But at the end of the day, there was a boost in my career when I got to NYC camp. I had a dream before then. I will be sharing a lot of dreams with you, but please. I had before them, and I had there was a place where I was standing, and the people were inviting me to come and speak, and I noticed that all of them, they were wearing white, and what I was doing was to tell them left, right, and they were answering to the sound of what I was telling them. And the dream has been for almost 20 years now. And when I went for NYC camp, that thing just sparked up in me that this was the dream. I said, wow, the people don't match past, the people pick the people they wanted to pick. To just cut the long story short, so I went. I did not allow them to wait for me to come and pick me. They've made all their choice because I got there late. Now, I went to the commander and I told the commander I can match. And the commander said, "Get out." Well, you know how they do. He chased me away, and I went back. People laughed, and I think was it 2IC or the CSM or RSM came, and he was asking that, "What did you tell Oga?" So I told him that I told him that I can call parade, and he said because the guy they were actually teaching. The guy don't even know how to call the parade. And I was shouting. I just told him that I can call parade. He said, "She, you with this your K leg," and I laughed. And he said, "Oh yeah, call parade." So I shout. I just shouted where I was. Praise John. And everybody, and the man where he was, he just called me. Hey, who is that person? Come here, come here. And that was how I became the overall participant. So in my life, one of the very first skills that I know is believing in myself. A lot of people don't believe in me. A lot. Everywhere. Till today, so many people don't believe in me. But I think there's this Bible passage that was fantastic for me, where Moses went to meet God and he was telling God that what if the people don't believe? He said, what if the people don't believe? So it was not between him and God. It was between so it was between himself and the people, not between him and God now. So it was settled, and that was it for me. That was the very first thing for me. I settled that earlier in life. So I believe in myself a lot, and I know that a lot I can do a lot of things. So that skill of believing in myself is number one. Number two, consistency. Of course, if you believe in yourself, people will push you away, they will shut you up, but continue to push. Continue to push. And also, anything you want to do, let there be a touch of excellence. Let there be a touch of excellence in anything that you want to do. I think that's one of it. A touch of excellence was one of it. Then curiosity. I want to learn. Even as I'm talking with you, I want to keep quiet so that you can teach me something.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I was checking your page, and we're checking your page, and you said something that is very, very profound that you wrote in your page. You talked about extensively about how keeping relationship is so important for not only career growth, even your own personal growth and all. And you also said that you need to build relationship by helping people, and of course, so that they can be they want to be and going to be of help to you. So, can you share with us why is this so important for we young people and everyone watching us right now, the Talk Influencers, to always keep the right relationship or to be intentional in building the right relationship, the right network in their career growth?
Wow. There is nothing, you can't compare anything to relationship building, as far as I'm concerned. People, if you understand how the system is, the system of this earth is that God has created this earth in a way, and God brought people. Do you understand? So he created this earth and he put people in charge. So no matter who you want to be in life, people must be the determinant of where you are going. Forget it. You can hear God, you can hear a lot of things, you can do a lot of things, you can have a lot of dreams. The dream is between the fulfillment of your dream is between yourself and someone. There's this bridge, this gap between yourself and your destiny fulfillment is human being. Human being will always play roles in your life. Human being will always play roles in different aspects of your life. And in a way, you must strategically recognize the need for people. Now, there's this thing called the fundamental law of human relationship, meaning the need to feel love, the need to feel appreciated, and the need to feel honor. I have some people on this call now that I love so much, most especially my wife. My wife is on the call, and I love her so much. Her relationship has turned my life around. Her relationship with her has made me very comfortable. Like today, I've had a ministration today, and we went together. Now it's on the call with me. Before the end of today, I have another administration somewhere at Ikeja, and I'm going to be going. And so, if there's no happiness with her, I won't be. So, her relationship has been fantastic for me. I have people. I can see Tejumade. I can see Gabriel. I can see Abraham, Toby. I can see Pastor Joe Michael. I can see a lot of people on this call that are fantastic people in my life. I don't joke with them. They are people God has sent to me. So I see them as people that we are going on a journey together. And I see them as a test. I see them as a test. If you see people as a test, you will never truncate the relationship that you have with them. if you see people as a test, because God can send men to you. Do you understand? Now, if you are asking God to send thousands of people to you, see, recently I just posted something on my LinkedIn about how many people I have on my LinkedIn, and the more they increase, the fear the more fearful I become. Now, why? Because to me, it's like God is bringing these people. There must be something that God is, there's a reason why God brought them. So I must touch their life. I believe if God need to talk to maybe 50,000 people or 50 million people, he will not give me that instruction. He will look for someone like you or somebody higher than myself and give it to those people. But if God want to reach out to people at my level, if you give me that idea, you give me that information, I will pass it to them. Now, if I see it as a test of integrity, I will treat people right. If I see it as a test of integrity, I will keep them. People are very instrumental in your life. A great mentor, Apostle Joseph Selman, said, he said, if you use money alone to buy everything in your life, you are not wise. Because money, a human being, relationship, their currency. I've gotten to different places. I had different platforms. I've been able to climb different stages in my life just to speak to people, and as a result of referral, as a result of course, I didn't talk to you. I don't. In fact, this is the first time I'm seeing you, apart from on the contactless of saying that maybe I have to beg to be part of this platform. But I'm sure relationship brought us here. Somebody somewhere, you read my post, or maybe somebody introduced me or something, and today I'm here. So test of integrity is the number one. God is testing you. Now, it's of two levels. If you are leading people, God is testing you. He may want to give you thousands of people. He may want to give you the whole nations. But if you are leading them and you are cramping on them, killing their glory, making them not to shine, covering their life, oh, don't worry. You are just failed, because God will not entrust you with more. And it's the same thing. But if you pass, if you treat them well, if you do well with them, if you impact their life and you allow them to grow, definitely God will see you and will trust you to add more to you. And that's how it is. It's as simple as that. It's a test of integrity. And that's for a leader. I've been able to lead in some capacity. And as a follower also, if you're also following people and you are following people and you becoming maybe rebellious, or you becoming you are not helping them, you are becoming issues to them, you are becoming problem for them, that definitely is a test of integrity. God is letting you know that you are sowing a seed, because one day you too will climb up, and someone exactly what you are doing, they will do to you. So relationship is very, very important. So I've been able to categorize. Of course, definitely not everybody are together. There are people in relationship. The need for relationship can never be overemphasized. Anyway, somebody was telling me the other day, I think I was reading it, or maybe I was thinking about it by the Spirit, that it takes you just 4 people to reach anybody you want to reach on earth. Just 4. I think it was a theory that somebody was explaining to me. It's just 4 people. Anybody you want to reach on earth, just 4 groups. So there was a day I needed to meet somebody, very highly top level person in the ministry, and I put it on my WhatsApp status that I need the contact of this person, and immediately someone sent it to me. So it's as funny as that you cannot even evaluate the kind of people you have with you. You cannot evaluate the kind of contacts that you have with you. The problem you are facing, whatever you are going through, the challenges that is in you is as a result of the people you don't have, or the people that you have and you don't know their value. Some people, you lose them. It's until they go that you begin to know how important and how valuable they are. So relationship is very important to me. Relationship with people, relationship with also God, because God also commands men to love you. God also instructs men to help you. So when you fine-tune the relationship, if you have a relationship with God and you fail having a relationship with men, you also fail life. Because God will be looking for who to talk to help you, and at the end of the day, nobody will help you. And if you build relationship with man and you not build relationship with God, you will you pray, you will try, you will do a lot of things, and at the end of the day, the result will not come. So, in all said, relationship is very, very important. I hope
Absolutely.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for that. You really, really, broadened that very, very well. Thank you so much, Toba Best. So I'd like to ask you this, in terms of, if you are given an opportunity to speak to the whole world for 1 minute, what are you going to talk about and why?
Wow. Wow. If I'm given an opportunity to speak to the whole world, 1 minute, I will tell them, do what you like.
Why?
Never regret. I will tell them, for just 1 minute, I will tell them something. This is what I will, wow. But this is hard. But there are a lot of things to tell people, but for just 1 minute, let me tell you what I will say for 1 minute. Now, for 1 minute, I will tell them that in the next 10 years, you'll be somewhere. In the next 10 years, you'll be somebody. And in the next 10 years, you'll be in a place. I will want to ask you that question: where will you be? Who will you be? And where will be the place? So if what you are doing now cannot lead you to that destiny fulfillment, leave it. I think that's 30 seconds.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That is really, that's really a good one. Thank you so much, Toba. We're so excited, honestly, to have you today on the show. So, Toba, I would like to ask you this: if you are to advise the younger, or maybe the 20 or 21st Toba Best, what advice are you going to give to him? The 21 Toba Best, what are you going to give it to him?
Believe, Toba, can you hear me? Believe more in yourself. Don't doubt the ability of God upon you. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Toba, can you hear me? Believe more. You carry a lot of grace. You carry power. You carry anointing of God. God brought you to this world for a particular reason. Do not fail him. You can fail men, but don't fail him. Can you hear me? I'm talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, for saying that as well. One of the things I would like to ask you again is that, basically a lot of us a lot of young people find it difficult to of course believe in ourselves. You understand that when it comes to the nation and whatever the news that we're getting from different places, family pressure, so much pressure, so much at different places at all. How can what advice are you going to give to anyone watching us right now, the Talk Influencers, in order to build that confidence that you have in yourself, in order to become who you want to be in life? How can I build that confidence, irrespective of what is happening around me, irrespective of what is happening in my surrounding, to become who I want to be in life? How can I build that confidence?
Yeah. So in building the confidence, I will tell you that I will tell everyone watching me now that the very first thing is to recognize, to know that, look, just check your environment, check everything that you have. There's nothing there for fun. Nothing the white, the black, the people has been able to create. Ordinary charger has a reason why it was created. A microphone also, there's a reason. A phone, there's a reason. Light, mouse, a lot of things. Just name it. Name everything that you can see around you. And if you can see one thing that was created by someone to just catch cruise, that's what they call it, to just catch cruise, then I'm not sure there's anything like that, nothing. So if human being can sit down and they can do something like that and create something different for different purposes, that means God cannot be a waster of resources. God cannot be a waster of destiny. God, do you know how it takes for a man or anybody at all to be formed? Do you know how many egg cells have to die? I remember biology. Do you remember the YX combinations? Do you know how many sperms has to die? Do you know how many things has to die before one person can be formed? So it wasn't a mistake that the first one and the second one met and to form you. That's number one. And let's assume that God made a mistake in doing that. You were carried for 9 months. Some of us went beyond 9 months. Let's assume that God also made a mistake to ensure that he punished your mom and ensure that you just carry a load for 9 months. The mother delivered you. After the delivery, then you went through your life stages to a level that you can hear me and also listen to to me and see me today, that means there must be something that God wants to do through you. So that is that, and that one enough is bigger than whatever anybody tells you. There's something about our generation that we have missed. There's something that our generation is looking out that is painful. We have left the era of prophetic. We've left the area of, because of a lot of things that are happening. I remember when we were growing up, they will carry us somewhere, and there's a man that always come around. He will check our hand, and they will say, what will this one do? They said this one will be mechanic. They will quickly send him to school. This one will be this. They will quickly send him. So, and I remember then the man he would always check my own, and he couldn't get what he would say. I think maybe then there was no talk influencer, on his agenda. So he doesn't know what that is. And he may not know about maybe HR practitioner or whatever it is that I'm doing now. So he may not know. And the man, God may even hide it from him. The man may be confused. Every parent is a charge for every parent to always go to God before giving birth and ask, what will be for this son or this daughter? So it will help you to channel people's life to where they are going. Irrespective of what they tell you, they may not hear well, you have to ask yourself. So in a way to build your confidence, don't let your confidence be on the outward appearance. Your clothes can change. Your God forbid, anything can happen to your face. But there is something in you that nobody can take away. And that's who you are. That's exactly who you are. It's not about what people say, but it's exactly what God is saying in your life. We have a say in my home. In my home, there's a say that with myself, my wife, and my son, the small guy. So we say, I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I'm not who you say I am. Irrespective of what you say, no matter how good you try to paint me, but I'm who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. You understand? So when you have that mindset that you carry something beyond the physique, you carry something beyond the norm, then you have that urge to do more. That urge to believe in yourself will be there. Then that community, social pressure, a lot of things will not be able to change you. Because there's something they call intrinsic value and extrinsic value, So it is not the outward appearance. It is not what people say. They can compliment you, well done. They can talk to you, well done. But there is this inner grace, inner peace that speaks. There's this inner part of you that confirm things that God has created in you. So build on that. When you build on that, your confidence will jump up. So I think that's it. I think. No. Then also, if you want a step to know maybe who you are, what you want to be, number one, I always recommend to people is that make sure that there's a need to change that level that you are. There's a need. You must recognize the need to not be ordinary. You must recognize the need that God has created you to lead. You must recognize that need that you must shine in your own area of life. There's a place God has called you. There's a place that you are your own private assignment. There's a place that destiny has called you into. There must be a need for you not to fail. And once you find the need, number two, next thing to do is to ensure that you look inwardly. There must be something that God has accomplished you with. There's something that God has given to you to fulfill your destiny. So by the time you now have it, of course, once you use it, begin to fan it to flame. Fan it to flame. The more they burn, the more the influencers come to talk to you.
Thank you so much, absolutely. Thank you so much, for sharing that. Well done. Thank you so much. I would like to talk about your book now, your new book. Very fantastic book. Thank you, for that book, The Key. And I would like to ask you that about that book. What do you see is that most young people are getting wrong when it comes to career, when it comes to writing of CV? What are the things that most young people are getting wrong, and how can they correct them?
Okay, so I think the book majorly was about the book was about my it was like I had a group. How I got the group was funny, and how it was divinely instructed. I had a dream and I saw a woman. I saw a man. He gave me a letter to go and meet a woman, and the woman she's very old and very looked so toxic. She was just chasing me, pushing me everywhere. And I saw her the letter that this was what I was asked to give because I had to travel journey. And as I gave the woman the letter, the woman just told me that, oh, okay, you have been the one I've been waiting for. And the woman hand over a key to me that I should open a door. And as I opened the door, I saw a lot of books. More than this, a lot of books. And all the books were written in my name. Funny enough. And I saw all the books written in my name. So, and the inside of that building was so fantastic. Great place, lightning, everything fantastic. And I just look at it as, okay, why? I wanted to go back to go and meet the woman to know, I didn't write any book. How come my name is on all these books? And for me to go back, I saw a lot of people lining up and they were crying, give us our key, give us our key. And so I asked them to line up. So they line up. I went to duplicate the key. As I was giving them, they were running, as in with joy. Everybody else, they were picking the key, they were running with joy. They were picking the key, they were running with joy. And I just look at it and say, wow, that how can this be? So to just cut my long story short, I was instructed to open WhatsApp group. As at 2000 and I can't remember vividly, if not 19, okay. If not 17, it will be 16, 15. That was when I started WhatsApp group. And so the WhatsApp group that everybody is having everywhere, I've been using it for almost how many years now? And in fact, we have the maximum number of people that on WhatsApp group that has to be like 20, I think 257 then. And yeah, 257. So we had almost 4 groups that filled up. And people were bringing their friends. All what I was doing, what I was just explaining to them, how to write CV, how to pass interview, which I was not even practicing, but divine instructions, divine leading. God was helping me. I was getting information. I've had a lot of people who have criticized me. A lot of people have said, and a lot of people who are saying God is leading them. If God is not leading you, then keep quiet. But those people God is leading, allow them to. Do you understand? So, but the result, they said result is the result of is the evidence of performance, right? And you see people coming with testimony every time. I just started posting the testimony now. People coming with testimony. A lot of guys on the call are benefit of the group, and I will just explain some things to them, and they will get it. So, but I noticed that for everybody that joined, anytime they join, there's always a need to start again, to start again. So I was just looking for an opportunity to replicate myself, an opportunity of something that anybody can handle. And if you handle it, it will be good for you. So I was able to locate people that could help me put the book together. The book is a compendium of so many ideas. A lot of people. In fact, I didn't stay in Nigeria. I had to go to even UK, US, Canada. A lot of people, HR leaders. Some of them will tell me, don't put my name. Some of them will tell me, because of the secret, you know what I'm talking about. Some of them will tell me, don't put my name, just do it this way, remove this one. And a lot of people touch the book. In fact, and the book, in a way, is useful for both Nigeria and outside the country, because the information there are fantastic. Number one mistake that I see a lot of young people like us do, before I say this, I tell you that I honor people and I honor relationships. A friend of mine just joined the call. Kemi, she's watching from United Kingdom. Thank you, dear, for joining. So yes, it's very, very important you honor people. Yeah. And a lot of people on the call that I can't see you. Sorry, but as they are pumping up, I will definitely recognize you when I see you. So a lot of people rejected me. A lot of people pushed me back. A lot of people, and once they reject me, I'll move further. When they reject me, I'll move. I spent almost 3 years writing that book. I spent almost 3 years getting information. I will write again. I will say, no, this is not for me. There must be something better. Oh, this information is new. Let's put it. This one is new. Let's put it. This one is new. Let's put it. And somebody will reject it. Somebody will bring it and cancel some things. I will do it again. The person, something that person cancel, another person will cancel it. I will do it again. And in a way, at the end of the day, I was able to have a book that can represent anything that has to do with CV and cover letter by God's grace. Now, and it's called The Key. So then another thing, the challenge that I have with the people is that people use one CV for all jobs. A lot of people have criticized me on this aspect, and they say that you should not be changing your CV, you should not edit your CV, you should not do this. But I just believe in this part of country where we belong, some of us, our career path are not straight. Our career path, for instance, I had career transition. You know about it. I'm sure if you have been following, you will know. I had a career transition. I was doing something before and it was fantastic. It was great. I was getting blessed. I was getting promotion. But at the end of the day, I have to change. I have to switch, So if I want to write anything about my CV now, do you want me to just write it like that? No. I will relate something with something I've done before that will not make those years be a wasted year for me, and also align it to be good. So a lot of people, when they want to send CV to oil company, the same CV to market, the same CV to church, the same CV to mosque, the same CV to everywhere, and at the end of the day, they will bounce back those CV to them. So there's something I call the master CV and the specific CV. Specific CV is that when you see a job, you must be able to get some information from the job advert, and from the company to align your CV to what they want. Because most of this CV, you and I know that most of this CV, people don't handle them with hand. It's being sorted by an application, and the application is not intelligent. It did not know you, it did not know anything. So once you cannot place your hand on the right thing, they will push it away, and there's nothing you can do. So as a result of that, people having the same CV for everything. Some people even send you CV, please let me look for job. They don't even know the job. They just send you CV. So I was looking for something that can replicate myself, and people that will be easy to read, step-by-step guide that will be easy to read. And that was how the book came about. Funny enough, the book, if you see the amount I'm selling the book, you will even flog me. I'm not sure the amount can even print it, because it is for impact. It is not for monetary purpose. A lot of people on this call, even this Kemi lady that I was talking about, bought bought some copies that we just give to people. Do you understand? So I don't mind even giving it out. I have friends that have paid some for it to be out. You understand? So I think the book is good. It's fantastic. It's easy to read. A step-by-step guide to how to write CV and cover letter, not limited to Nigeria, even outside the country, and a lot of things. So the book is good. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You see, that's how we called you, is to make an impact. Thank you so much. I thought our best for mentioning that. Thank you for that fantastic book. I would recommend everyone watching us on this call to go get that book. Honestly, it's a book that you need to get. If you are not even going to get it, you can get it for your friends, and they'll get it for everyone, especially those that are looking for a job, and those that are already in an employment. They need to get this book, The Key. Thank you so much. Of course, The Key. You don't need to break the door. You need to use the key to enter there and get the right job.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'd like to ask you this, our last question, even as we round up now. And I'd like to ask you, growing up for you, what are the things that you were able to learn the hard way?
Acceptance. There will be a time we'll come and talk about how rejection has shaped my life. I believe there will be time that people can learn. I was rejected right from birth, even before birth. So it was, I had these issues of maybe the fear of I'm oversensitive, I think, because that has already shaped my life in a way that even when people are calling, when people are showing stuff, I see them as people. It's in a hard way. Acceptance was a big one. That's number one. Number two, I grew up without parents. So I grew up without my parents. My mom died when I was My mom died when I was 12, and that was the only person I know. Do you understand? You know what I mean. So,
yeah.
and immediately after that, my life shattered as far as I was concerned, because I remember there was nothing to, no hope, no. Everybody that have been coming are people that want to use you and dump you. Everybody that have been coming are people that want to extract from you, people that want to. So it was hard for me to trust people. It was hard for me to stay with people. It was hard for me to accept myself for who God has created me to be. It was also hard for me to learn that the most important quality that a parent can give to you is to give birth to you. So after giving birth to you, then that's the best thing they can do for you. Because some of us had no way. I've sold on the street. I've hawked. I've done hawking. I've been in some places. The face that you are seeing today are the face God has helped. That's the face the Lord has helped. If you of course you can look at my Instagram and see a lot of pictures there. You won't believe I'm the one. A lot of things has gone through, and that's why people, when you don't know where people are coming from, don't just criticize them. Don't look at them where they don't look at where they are and start envying them, because you don't know where they are coming from. I've passed through a lot. I passed through rejection in my life. I passed through hard time. I passed through difficulties. I passed through poverty. I passed through. I told you about how they were. It is well. A lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things. So in a way, I've learned in a hard way, and I've also in a hard way also not to put trust in people. Some people that you think they are God, they are, at the end of the day, they will fall your hand. Let me use, pardon me for using that jargon. The people that you think they are mini God in your life, at the end of the day, they will disappoint you. And I think it's God strategically aligned you to knowing fully well that He's the only trusted person, because if not, people will have taken His glory. By today now, there will be things that I will not be able to say, or give God the glory, because people will have in a way got the approval and what I'm supposed to do with it. So I think that's fantastic. People should learn that. That nobody's don't put trust in people so much. Don't put trust in people at all. Just allow life to be. When they come, when God send them, God will bring people. Focus on the God that brought them, not the people God brings. I will say it again. In the journey of your life, God will bring people to you. Focus on the God that brought them, not the people. Because if the people leave, the God that brought them can still bring another people. But if God leaves you, nobody will talk to anybody to talk to you, to help you. So that's it.
Thank you so much, and TOBA Bless, for sharing that. Honestly, I am so thankful for sharing that. Thank you so much. It has been a blessing for me here on Talking, and I believe that everyone that is watching us right now, it's also be a blessing to them. And of course, this will also be on our YouTube page. We're also going to share with you as well, so that we can get our people that are not yet, because they can get the full package of this wonderful section with you. Thank you so much for not giving up. Thank you so much for your courage. Thank you so much for standing firm, irrespective of the things that are happening to you. Thank you so much for not giving up on yourself. Thank you for accepting yourself for who you are, for believing in God as well. Thank you so much. It's so good to have you today on the show. And even as we round up now, I don't know, is there anything you're working on that you want people to know of? And of course, where can we reach you? I believe that you're on LinkedIn, of course. You're strongly on LinkedIn. Of course, you're on Instagram as well, of course, on Facebook as well. So why don't you use the time for you, of course, to talk about the things that you're working on, and where can people reach you, of course, on all social media handles?
Okay, so before I talk about things that I'm working on currently, I want to appreciate my wife. Very important. Thank you so much for your support always. I love you, and I always love you. Thank you so much.
You're on the call now.
She's on the call, yeah.
Wow.
So I love
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, man.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for your support. Thank you for believing in me.
Yeah.
See, if you know when I met her,
Hmm.
there was nothing. I don't even have account. I'm not sure I have account number, talk less of having money in the account when I met her. I remember when I met her, she was working somewhere and they were paying her 10K, and I lost my job and she has to be giving me 5K every month. And today, people don't know what we've gone through. People don't know what we have done. But I'm grateful for the kind of person God gave to me. Thank you, dear. I love you so much. So that's number one. So, and my son also, amazing guy, nice guy, fantastic guy. Love you.
It's
His
not
name
about
is
Junior. It's
Selman.
not about Best Junior.
Yeah. This one is most senior. This one is best. This one is top most very best.
Yes, very, very best.
Very
Exactly.
best.
Very,
Yeah.
very best. Exactly.
So to look at things that I'm doing currently, of course, God is instructing us, putting something in our mind to do. Number one, okay, just let people on the call know that tomorrow I'm going to be on Kiss FM by 12 noon. I'm going to be on Kiss FM by 12 noon. I think it's 89 point, I can't remember vividly. So I'm going to be on Kiss FM by 12 noon. I'm going to be doing some things there. I'm going to be speaking also, so you can join. That's number one. Number two, God is bringing something new to our platform, the Standout Professional. Every month now, we had something called the Control Room. It has not been launched. We are still working towards launching it. It's a control room. You know, if you have been in if you have been in anything, even this platform that we are using, they have a control room that they are putting some things and adding some things. If that control room is dead, then you will just see us shut down or will not be able to connect. So the control room for career, control room for a lot of things. So it's going to be coming up very, very soon. And on the stand-up professionals, so where we'll be inviting a lot of professionals to come and speak to us about their career and how we'll be giving them topic to discuss and what they can, how their choice, the choice they've made or whatever they have done can help us to also align our dreams. So also can title like job employability, a lot of things like CV writing, like interview skills, like a lot of things on our platform is going to be coming up. So you can get that also on my information on my LinkedIn, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, everywhere you can see TOBA Best, TOBA Best, TOBA. The best is everywhere. Then also there's something coming up very soon for those who believe in God and those who believe in prayer. God is instructing us to do something as regard midnight prayer for people. So we are working on that currently. We are building the altar now so that by the time people come, it will be easier for them. It's going to be online and going to be virtual. So where you are, you connect and you pray. So that one also is coming up very soon. And the team that God gave to us for that one is Altar of Covenant. Altar of Covenant. So it's coming up very, very soon. So those are the two big deals on my mind. Why I'm still here in Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, TOBA Best. So thank you, everyone. This is the Talk Influencer. We had the amazing guest today in person of TOBA Best. Please, you can just reach out to TOBA Best. It's on Instagram, it's on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook as well as TOBA Best for you to get more insight, especially on career, marriage, of course, on CV, and of course in interviews as well. You can get it, of course, at TOBA Best. Please don't forget to get his book as well, The Key, to help you to construct, formulate your CV and of course your interview section for you to get the right dreams of job that you want. So thank you everyone for tuning in. This is the Talk Influencers. This is where we explore the mindset of amazing achievers. We share their secret to success and how the decisions they've made over the years have shaped, transform what they have today. If they're just tuning in, of course, we had TOBA Best today on the show. Today on the show, of course, is a speaker, is an author, and of course, is also the founder of Standout Professional. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And of course, until next time, this is the Talk Influencers. Thank you so much, TOBA Best.
Thank you, Simeon. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.